trying to figure out a lot of things since I started pre-ordering those things that I'm gonna sell. It's been hard to even keep track of how many.
I can't even imagine.
I had I
Go
I had
ahead.
no idea that it would be that much, and now it's like even thinking about when I receive them and sending them out is gonna be the problem.
Bigger job than you thought. Damn.
It's the other products that will be even more.
Ooh, you're coming up with more?
Yeah, different things for different. Like I'm gonna make my own kind of calf race block that's actually better than the ones they sell right now.
Okay.
I'm like grabbing things that are on the market but that they all never do what we really want them to do. I'm making them do what we want them to do.
Right.
You'll like the calf race block once you see it. Oh, it'll be a calf race block or calf race block slash heel lift all in one. It's somewhat like the same one you see being made. It's the same type of stuff that's that cork one that's like brownish, but a
Okay.
different layout and design that actually allows you to use it for both things, and it's much better, much more stable,
Good.
and it'll allow you to flex your foot the right way, which the others don't allow.
Help you feel balanced.
Yeah. Well, it's not only just that. It's a lot more stable when you remember what I want now is the extension of the foot all the way back, the heel all the way down, and the
Right.
elevation and the actual control. And the reason why you have control in a calf raise or in a heel lift, your toes very important, right? In the position, your toes is very important for you to get balance. But the shape that all these things have is the wrong position for you to have your toes in. So mine's gonna have it that you're able to. You'll see once you see the design.
Right.
Then I'll show it why it
Right.
makes it more stable and allows you to push then your heel all the way down, so you have full flexion of that heel and everything.
Cool. I'm excited. That's I was trying to figure out something the other day for my dead or my calf raises.
Man,
Just
I did some the deadlifts that I did on Friday, which were not heavy at all, but were done so well the new way that I'm gonna start showing them. I still feel my hamstrings today walking around like everything's a knot.
wow.
And it was nowhere near as heavy as I usually do, which is what's impressive. If you notice that it's never really just about tension. Your form looks good, real good. And we went to eat yesterday. Me and my wife at a Italian place, which you figure, what the heck could you eat at an Italian place? Well, the place makes good food, but I just had all the dishes, just the meats. So I ordered some veal caponata, some grouper caponata, and some salmon. I forgot what it was. The salmon was like different. I forgot what the name of it was, but the actual veal and that grouper caponata was freaking spectacular. I mean, the food, the flavor of the actual fish and the chicken and the salmon. So I asked for the guy's like, "You're gonna eat 3 dishes? Yeah, just bring me only the damn protein. The rest, have it to go. I'll give it to somebody else." But man, the flavors in those, that was some of the most flavorful fish I've ever tasted. They did a good
Wonderful.
job.
Good. I love food. I'm having a really hard time getting into the butters. It's just I don't
The
know
butters,
the butters. Yeah, my
why?
body just I don't know. It's I did
What does that mean? I mean, what do you mean by you're having a hard time getting to the butters?
cooking in butter and
Oh,
loading butter on top of my piece of meat and
okay. You see, the thing is, I'll tell you right now, I don't really cook steak in anything besides just the cast iron pan by itself. If
okay,
you want to add butter over it later, I'll do that. But I've noticed that cast iron pans, you're better off. There's nothing inside it. I just heat it up and throw. It's always a brand new, clean one, right? I always clean it off. But the actual steaks themselves have enough fat in them that it doesn't need anything.
okay,
Because what you end up doing with, if you use too much butter or whatever, you end up almost like boiling the damn thing. It doesn't end up actually crispy the right way. So I prefer not to have any kind of oil to soggy up the steak.
okay. And the butter was the main reason I couldn't get through my steak last night. I mean, just I don't want to say texture, but
Sometimes it drenches it
yeah,
and like it makes it soggy or whatever. And the reality is, what you do is you grab the, let's say the steak will have, let's say if it's picanha or usually most of these things will have a fat side. You do slashes into the fat side, like cross section slashes first, and then when you're heating up the pan, once it's already hot, you put the fat side down first and start sliding that fat side all around the pan, so that'll like grease up the pan. Then drop your steak, then flip the steak to the side you're going to start cooking first. But you like, so I use its own fat to like moisten the pan with the fat.
okay,
All right. So if you have like a picanha, the picanha has the bottom side is all like fat. So you will put that side on there first and just slide it around. It's gonna smooth out the pan and then just lay it on that same thing. That's it.
okay,
That's how I prefer to do it.
okay. What have I got next? Do you want me to go to light with white for my overhead press to failure or go to my upright pull?
To your upright. Yeah, let's go to white light.
White for my light?
Let's do one light, and then we'll do the ones for the upright row.
have to run upstairs real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. ¿Estaba dando clase?
Okay, sorry. Go to the knees.
Yeah. How you feel?
Oh, that one made me cry. Oh,
Good. Come on. Remember to make it be the back of your shoulder doing it. Have a more slight. Uh, you see, right now you're doing too much of a curl.
okay.
Lean forward a little bit. Make sure you're pulling your elbows outward and pull with the back of your arms. With the back of your shoulders. Look, here's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at me for a moment. Look, if you do this, right? Even if we're moving up like this and we go like this, you see this? Like
Okay.
most of the movement is happening here, right? What we
Okay.
want my shoulders. So if I'm holding the bar, I want to do this. You see this?
Okay.
Make sure you're using the upper. You see the difference? One is doing this and one is pulling like that. You see the difference?
Okay.
Make sure you're doing this. It's the same as if we were rowing, and when we row, we do this or we do this. See the difference?
Okay.
I'm here, I'm using my back. Here, I'm trying to mainly curl. Here,
Okay.
you could be doing this, or you could be literally holding it like you see that.
Okay.
So
Yep.
this is obviously this bends because it's holding the bar, but you want to be sure you're actively pulling with this
Okay.
area, not
Okay.
doing this.
Okay. That might be why I got so many more this time than last time. Huh?
All right, you understand what I'm trying to say? It's
Yes,
the area that you're trying to pull with.
yes. Okay.
All right.
I got some weird sensations going through my fingers.
Yeah. So your fingers.
Yeah, my right hand.
Try to keep your wrist straight when you do that.
Oh,
How your shoulders feel?
a little sore, especially my right one, which is crazy because normally my left side is aggravated. Speaking to me, whatever. Oh.
Wow. These little grips are a lot better than they even look because of the adjustability of it. Doing good. Come on.
Oh,
Excellent.
oh, I felt both shoulders and lower back.
See, let me show you something. You see the grips, right? I was placing them one on top on the other side of the other, but now I notice that if I actually layer them like this, where one the angle is like right next to each other like this, instead of opposite sides, the actual control when you have two of them is so much like it just fits your hand right perfectly. It places especially for like these moves. Like if you did the reverse overhead tricep, your your this area here really hurts because of that hard position of doing this.
Right,
When you grab it with this, it just puts it in a position where you don't notice the feeling in your thumb no more. The same way as even doing this one, it keeps it such a, a much better. Obviously, for those, I will move it in. I will move them in,
right.
right? But it's like perfect. It gives you the right, and I love it for overhead. See, because like here now, when you're here, it just has you're pushing into the right area. That's the whole thing. You're pushing into the right area rather than the flat bar makes your hand be too much.
Right.
This leaves it in a sense in a way that's just perfectly under that wrist.
Well, I'm curious to see how it will work with me. Ben's my hands are so small.
Well, but see, that's irrelevant because this thing, the way that I have made it, is that remember, the smaller your hands, you just space them further apart because you're trying to get uh, into a less thick area, right? So remember, since they're like this, right, and they're adaptable this way, as far as they taper off, right? So when they taper off, let's say if you're doing this to it, right, you're gonna use you're going to move it more out and you're going to use less of it. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay,
You're going to slide your hand into the area that you need it. See what
okay.
I mean?
Yes, yeah, I see you. Yeah.
You're only good since it has a taper. You're gonna use the amount that you need for you.
Okay.
You see, and if you're gonna use two of them, then you would just space them further apart, so you're only using the amount you need. Right? You don't
Right.
have to grab the whole thickness here. You could grab it here. You see, but it's providing what you need for your hand
Okay.
because of the taper design.
Okay. Just holding the bar is my only, because I can barely get my fingers around.
Yeah, you have a small, but that's why the ones that they sell wrap around the whole thing, and it just makes it hard.
Yeah, I
This is
can't.
designed to hold on and only allow it to be on the side that you need it.
Good. I'm looking forward to them extremely.
All right, see you tomorrow, lady.
All right. Have a great day. Thank you
You
so
too.
very much.